There is no peace more powerful than the peace born in Bethlehem. God revealed the birth of his son to Simeon, but Herod also got wind of it. He tried to kill the one-born king of the Jews. His was the voice of deception, and even in his dying days he deceived himself into believing that he, Herod, and only he, would be ruler of God's people. Herod was the voice of deception.
Go away. Are you another one of those useless physicians? Leave me alone. Let me die. I'm not a doctor. You didn't come to plead for the prisoners in the Hippodrome, did you? Because you can save your breath. They shall not be released. When I die, they shall all be killed. This land will mourn at my death. You want to hear about what? Magi? Bethlehem? Begone. I remember nothing about it. Oh, you mean those magicians from the east? Chaldeans? Agents of the Parthians, more likely. Yes, I saw them. It was a minor affair. They were chasing down some stardust fable, looking for one born king of the Jews, they said. Very nice and polite they were. They knew how to bow anyway. But I saw through them. Well, I am king of the Jews. Look no further. Any other talk is treason, and I will not abide treason! Don't look at me so. Oh, I know why you're here. You're here to plead for Archelaus. No, my mind is made up. Antipas shall succeed me. I've seen to that. Don't argue for Archelaus, or I'll do to him what I did to Antipater. Antipater? My son? Well, he had it coming. He wanted to be king before his time. This is my reign, and I'll share it with no rival. I would think that's clear by now. Is that pity or contempt I read in your face? Spare me your condescension. You want to know about Bethlehem? Why? What is Bethlehem? A little village, a no place. What is the death of a few children? Don't let it bother you. A small village. How many 2-year-old boys could there have been? No one cares. Actually, the people like me. Yes, I'm popular. Well liked. Or if I'm not, I should be. What about the temple? I built their temple, didn't I? The rabbis say if you haven't seen Herod's temple, you haven't seen beauty. You see? They should love me. But no, they have to behave like barbarians. They come at night and tear down Rome's eagle from the temple gate. Are they crazy? Who do they think rules this world? So you better leave his eagle in its place. It's rebellion, and I will not abide rebellion. I had them all burned alive. I am still king in Jerusalem. I am the rightful king of the Jews. Let no one say otherwise. Let no one call me illegitimate. Idumean. What is Idumean? Was not Edom Israel's friend? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Or I suppose you would rather I had left Judea to the Parthians, those plunderers and their puppet Antigonus. He was no true Hasmonean. He betrayed the bravery of his fathers, the Maccabees. He had to be deposed. You accuse me of brutality. What about his mutilation of Hyrcanus, so the old man could no longer be high priest? Should I stand by and let that go unchallenged? Never! And when we had him, I made sure he wouldn't cause trouble again. And if you ask me, beheading was too good for him. And when we sacked Jerusalem, I was the one who kept the Romans out of the temple. Without my intervention, they would have looted the city, desecrated the holy place. But does anyone remember that? Does anyone thank me for exterminating that vermin Antigonus and those 45 fawning, power-hungry, traitorous nobles he kept in his filthy pocket? I am the only king Judea needs. So don't worry yourself about trivial events. Bethlehem was nothing. Mothers lose sons every day in the army. Why shouldn't a few mothers lose their sons for their king? Wise men. They were funny. They walked right in and asked to see the baby born king of the Jews. How foolish! Did they know nothing of me? How dare they? Or was this cunning? Were they being clever? Nothing more secret than that which is too obvious, huh? I am the voice of deception, and I use deception on these magi to accomplish my will. First, I called for the scribes and teachers. What about it, men? Is there a prophecy about someone to be born king? I had to know. Are these wise men as simple as they would have me take them to be, or is there something else behind it? My scribe said, "There will be a king." The prophets wrote that he would be born in Bethlehem of Judea. They said the king born in Bethlehem was a new David, come back for his throne. They say the throne of David is an everlasting throne, and it will never lack one to sit on it. Whoever said that doesn't know Herod the Great. I am king of the Jews. My throne is the throne in Jerusalem. And I fooled the wise. I told them, go ahead to Bethlehem, find the infant king, and then come back and lead me to him, that I may worship him too. As if I would bow my knee to anyone. I am the king. If there is any bowing to be done, let it be done to me. I will be a long time in Sheol before I bow my knee to any baby born in Bethlehem. But they lied. The wise men did not come back to Jerusalem. My soldiers chased the rumor of their travel to the borders of the kingdom. They returned to their own land without telling me. That was not wise. Did they really think they could protect this child by running away? But I knew. I knew where he was, Bethlehem. I knew when they had seen his star. It was a simple matter. They thought they had protected the boy. How were they like this? Their scheme had brought death to many sons. You are weak. I see it in your eyes. Perhaps you pity the mothers of Bethlehem. But their sons died for their country. Any mother of Bethlehem should be proud to have her son die, that the king should have his throne. The baby of Bethlehem died for a kingdom. Can't you see it? Are you so blind? You tell me, if you had a throne, would you surrender it? Would you bow to one like that and call him Lord? Well, I don't give up my throne to anyone. Not to the Parthians, not to Cleopatra, though she seduced 1,000 Antonys, and certainly not to a baby from Bethlehem. A new David, come back for his throne. An everlasting throne that will never lack one to sit on it. What a throne that would be. I die and my kingdom is divided. What a king that would be. I die, and this David comes to life. A David, a throne, a kingdom, an ancient promise. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, who are little among the clans of Judah, yet from you shall come forth one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient of days. What a throne that would be. What a king that would be.